In a small King Country community, it's a sight that's all too familiar for some.
It was something that I would think about from the moment that I woke up to the moment that I closed my eyes. It was something that you never ever felt fulfilled by.
Ōtorohanga local Josh has battled with his pokie addiction for about 20 years.
It wasn't about the lights or the noise, it was just that chance to just zone out and just to get away from reality. When I'd find myself in stressful situations, that was my go-to. Was like, I'm going to go and have a gamble and just pretend the world doesn't exist.
There are 23 pokies in the Ōtorohanga District, but some councillors are pushing to change the rules to allow for more. Josh wants to stop this from happening.
There have been times where I have been there from the time it opened to the time it closed, and all that mattered was what was right in front of you.
How has it affected you financially over the years?
I don't like to even think about it, so that'll give you some context as to what it's done.
It's not enough harm to take it away for everyone. That's what prohibition is. And there is plenty of help there, and I'll be the first one to help.
Councillor Brian Ferguson knows that pokies can cause harm. Still, he's pushing to get rid of the sinking lid policy.
A lot of money has gone into providing those sort of amenities in town, providing for the summer soccer and the winter soccer, providing for the golf club. So we run the golf club and come up with money to buy tractors and things like that. That all comes from within the club. Right, so that's why we have gaming in town. We don't just spend it inside the club itself as people might think. It's a whole community outlook. Despite the fact that there is harm, and there's harm in all sorts of things.
By law, 40% of poker machine proceeds must be distributed as grants. It's a different rule for clubs which don't have to give back, but often do.
The benefits of pokie money are overstated in my view and in my experience.
Paul Singh is the president of the Ōtorohanga Sports Club, but wants to make clear this is his personal view and not the view of the club.
The Ōtorohanga Rugby Club and our area, we don't have access to pokie money. So this club has had to draw its revenue the old-fashioned way, and that is stay connected to their business community, stay connected to their farming community, and gaining sponsorship and support from the entire community. That's had really good benefits for the entire club because we end up having a much stronger community-spirited club. We have a lot more people here on Saturdays when the games are on. Over half of the community clubs in New Zealand are completely reliant on pokie money, and instead of relying on their communities, the wrong end of town is funding our community sport. And I think that's the problem.
I still fail to see any true benefit in gambling in our community. I mean, I know that the profits from gambling, a percentage go back to your community, but in my own opinion, the damage that it does to the individuals, the whānau, and those that are addicted to gambling are far greater than what's returned to our communities.
While the Mayor is against allowing more pokies into the district, he hasn't tried to convince any of the 5 councillors who are in support of it to change their minds.
No amount of community or giving to charitable purposes makes up for the harm these machines cause. Pokies in our pubs, clubs and TABs are the most harmful form of gambling in New Zealand. Pokies in casinos are also harmful, but it's those community pokies that are causing the most harm.
After a 2-decade pokie addiction, Josh kicked the habit 6 months ago after seeking professional help. Now he has a warning.
Don't even start. I know from my history, it started off as something really small, and I would love to be able to walk into an establishment and put in $20 and have a good time and then leave, but that's never been the case for me.
The Ōtorohanga District Councillors are due to vote on the policy change in mid-April.